Do you only notice what you're failing at and what mistakes you're making in your home management? That's not actually where we should start. You don't want to miss anything here on the Simply Convivial YouTube channel, so be sure that you hit subscribe and click the bell, leave a comment, and tell me what you would like me to talk about next. I would also love to hear in the comment section of this video what is working in your life right now, and we can brainstorm together about how to use that knowledge to take the next step forward in your own situation. So leave a comment below and let's chat. Hi, I'm Mystie Winckler, author of the book, How to Use a Planner Without Wasting Time, and a homeschool mom, here to help you organize your attitude so you can organize your life and dig in to the good work that God has given you to do in your home. Here at Simply Convivial, we beat overwhelm and replace perfectionism with baby steps that we can learn to manage family life well. I'm so glad that you joined me today. Iteration is a key concept here at Simply Convivial, one that I teach all the time. Iteration means taking continual small steps of progress, bit by bit, rather than trying to install some complete life overhaul overnight. The best way to begin iterating in your home management is not to notice all the things that you are messing up right now. The best way to begin is by noticing all the things that are working, all the things that you are doing. When you understand what does work for you, then you can add another step of progress that will work for you. Last month, we discussed iteration inside Simply Convivial Continuing Education at one of our weekly seminars, and I wanted to share a clip from that workshop about how to notice what's working for you now and then how to use that to make progress in other areas. So, grab a load of laundry to fold and let's dig in. Thinking about the progress you have made is where you're actually going to get insights for having more progress, right? Do you want more problems? Well, then focus on the problems. Do you want more progress? Focus on the progress and move the progress forward instead of increasing the number of problems that you're noticing. So start by asking yourself, what are your wins? What's working? What positive changes have you made? And then if you still need to kind of think through that more, if it doesn't become obvious what's next, then say, what about that process made it work? What change really did I make that helped everything snap into place? Or what did I do that helped that progress become reality? And as you think through that, you will probably come up with an insight that will help you take the next step forward in some other area. And so instead of noticing the other area as a set of problems, you're noticing like, oh, this is an area where I can apply this insight that I had over here and make progress in this area. So now that you've landed on an area or a practice that's working, think about what change did you make that made it start working? Or what about the practice did you latch onto and make it happen? Like arranging the paper clips in rainbow order, doing something that helps you be drawn to it aesthetically. And you just have something to fiddle with and it's visual and attractive. That would be a principle, a method, a tactic, an approach that you could then think about applying to a different area. Where could making something colorful and visual help? Or posting meals on the fridge where it's really visible, doesn't take any effort to see it instead of digging it out. It's like, what else would benefit from being really in your face? Or what do you need to work on next? Whatever it is, whether it's a school thing or a chore thing or a personal thing, now you know that if you put it somewhere where you will see it without having to dig it out, you would be more likely to make progress. And that doesn't just mean the fridge, so that your fridge has like your whole life on it and your fridge is your planner. But, say it's an attitude thing or a personal health routine or something, whatever is next, write something out and put it on your bathroom mirror, right at eye level where you brush your teeth. Something like that, where you're taking that same thing that's working here and trying it in a different area. Iterating health and fitness activities. Well, what's working about that? How are you seeing improvement in the current iteration? Is it getting input on having a plan? Is it finding accountability? Is it having the right kind of checklist? Identify one thing you're doing that really is making it work for you. And then see if that's a practice you can use in another area. If you finally have a weekly dashboard and a daily card set up working, then that's a tool that you can use for any other area. Because now it's like, well, I need to be working on, let's stay with health and fitness. Well, then that means that one of the things on your daily card and one section of your weekly dashboard needs to be about that goal or keeping track of what you're doing there, because you've put in place the tools that will let you have the visibility and have the clarity to move forward and see progress in other areas. Clarissa says that what helped her with her sweeping habit was she realized it doesn't really take her long to sweep, and she really likes how it looks. So figuring out the time involved, figuring out that the obstacle was maybe mental dread or the idea that it would take a long time or just be too much to do, and figuring out, realizing how much time it actually takes and enjoying the end result. Enjoying the end result is a thing that will help propel us forward. And recognizing that it doesn't take that much time answers that objection of, I don't have enough time, which we always feel. So, use a timer and time yourself doing some task that you dread. Find out how much time it actually takes, and then pause and notice the effect that job had and enjoy it. And you can take that principle and apply it to other chores too, or other habits. Visibility is often the key to the progress. And so the paperclip thing, the weekly dashboard, the menu plan on the fridge, all of those really boil down to visibility. And so what each of you have found are different ways to make something visible. So you're accumulating tactics to increase visibility. And so when you come to other areas that you're neglecting or whatever you need to work on next, you could say, okay, how can I make this more visible? And you have, a whole repertoire of experience now of creative ways to make things visible instead of just, making a list and losing it. We're going to talk more about this same topic of applying what works instead of going into critical mode next week, because our topic is strategy over criticism. See if in this next week you can take one of these insights about something that's working and apply it to a new area and see what happens. So 2022 is almost over. Are you ready for a new year? We shouldn't make goals that try to predict what our life is going to be like a year from now. But that's what we usually do. Our goals instead should be made from a place of gratitude and help propel us forward in joy. Do your goals do that? I have a process tested over the last 2 years with hundreds of women that will help you notice your progress that you made in 2022, and it will help you set realistic, gratitude-based goals for 2023. This process will help you make progress in your real life without overwhelm or perfectionism. Come spend an hour or two each week with me between Thanksgiving and New Year's, creating your own focused annual review of 2022, an annual plan for 2023. You will understand where you're starting from as you begin the year. You will learn to choose gratitude even while thinking about the things that did not go well. You will declutter 2 or 3 significant spots in your own home after learning how to identify those spots. And you will focus on glorifying God and enjoying Him forever, rather than making goals based on your own dreams of self-improvement. Let me help you compose a plan that will help you move into the next year with purpose and focus. The Simply Convivial Annual Review with full community support is included for everyone who is enrolled in Simply Convivial Continuing Education, but we are also taking registrations for those who are not members. So you can go to simplyconvivial.com/review22, all one word, review22, to find out more about how to join us for this process. Or you can find the link in the description of this episode. We would love to have you join us as we work through this time-tested process.